Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome to another talk time video. This video is going to be getting out a little late today because it's literally 7:33 as I'm filming this. So I'm sorry about that. I have everything written, have this whole page and a little bit on the back. Pretty much what I did before, I screenshotted some stuff and then I just went through and wrote it down. So a couple different categories we're talking about. But yeah, this topic, if you remember from last episode, or if you didn't watch the last episode of Talk Time, it's suicide. I know it's a touchy subject for people, so if you were just questioning and learning, whatever you want to call it, but it's a good topic that needs to be talked about, because it's a big part of life, unfortunately. So I think it's important that it's talked about. So anyways, what is the definition? Definition is death caused by injuring oneself with the intent to die. Okay. So causes. Sorry guys, I'm just getting something on my old phone that I need for this video. Anyway, so the causes, what could cause suicide? Depression, bipolar disorder, autism spectrum disorders, schizophrenia, personality disorders, anxiety disorders, alcohol use disorder, substance use disorder, nihilistic beliefs, which is pretty much just rejecting religion. I don't know why, I can't talk, I'm messing up words, but I'm not the best speaker. I'm sure you guys can tell. I try, but I stumbled. So, but yeah, those are what could cause suicide. Now, it's not always gonna. So if you have one of these things, just don't start freaking out, okay? Because that's only severe. You have something, you're fine. That doesn't mean anything, so you don't have to be concerned. Then how to prevent it? Limited access to methods, so meaning limited access to ways people could kill themselves. Treating mental disorders, so you have any disorders, treating with medication, therapy, whatever. So, let's see. And same with substances, going to rehab, whatever. Careful media reporting about suicide and improving social and economic conditions. Now, my thing is, I've seen this a few times in my research, talking about how just by seeing stuff about suicide can make you become suicidal. I don't understand how that could work. I don't believe that could actually be a thing. But who knows? I'm not trying to, I'm just saying I just don't see how it's a thing. But anyways, some signs of suicide. Or some signs that you guys can look out for. Talking about wanting to die or kill oneself. Looking for a way to do it. Talking about feeling hopeless or having no purpose. Talking about feeling trapped or being in unbearable pain. Talking about being a burden to others. Increasing the use of alcohol or drugs. Acting anxious, agitated, or reckless. Sleeping too little, too much. Withdrawing or feeling isolated, showing rage, or talking about seeking revenge and displaying extreme mood swings. Now, if you or anyone else have these things, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. These are just, I guess, common signs of people who have done it before. So, again, don't freak out if you have any of these things. I'm sure you're fine, Obviously, if you're feeling that way, you would know, but no. I know, because I'm a hypochondriac when it comes to things at times, so just saying, no. You don't have to freak out. But here are some statistics on it. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S., which is interesting. I mean, you'd think it would be higher. You know what I mean? That's something you would think would be a bit higher, but, it's good. You don't want it to be a main cause of death. The rate of suicide is highest in middle-aged white men. In 2019, men died by suicide 3.69 times as often as women. White males accounted for 69.83% of suicide deaths. In 2019, firearms accounted for 50.39% of all suicides. In 2015, suicide was the 7th leading cause of deaths in males, and 14th in women. 14th leading cause. It was the second for young people, 10 to 34 years old, which is really sad, that young. As of 2018, about 1.7% of all deaths were suicides. The highest was between the ages of 45 and 54, followed by an equal higher rate of elderly people 80 and up. It ranked second for people between the ages of 15 and 24 in the US, and it's behind accidents and road traffic. So, pretty scary. And yeah. Also, I put at the beginning of this video, which I forgot to say, I'll be putting the number for suicide hotline in case you guys, you know, need it or feeling suicidal, know anyone who is. Please reach out for help. So, here's a little bit of some religious views on it. I'm not going to get too much into it because, you know, it's not about that, but I just wanted to include it because it's kind of interesting. Suicide became regarded as a sin in Christian Europe and was condemned at the Council of Arles, hopefully I'm saying that right, as a work of the devil. Which, come on, work of the devil. Everything that's a sin is the work of the devil, isn't it? I'm not trying to, you know, be mean about religion. That's going to be a topic at some point for this talk time, but religion is just, I don't get it, certain things about it. So anyways, the thing I'm reading off my phone is because when I was looking through it, I did not understand, like, the way they word it is weird. Let's see. So, the church had drawn out discussions as to when the desire for martyrdom was suicidal, as in the case of Martyr of Cordoba. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Despite these disputes and occasional official rulings, Catholic doctrine was not entirely settled on the subject of suicide until the later 17th century. A criminal ordinance issued by Louis, or that's Roman numerals. X means 10, right? So X1V would be 14th of France in 1670 was extremely severe, even for the times. The dead person's body was drawn through the streets face down and then hung or thrown on a garbage heap. Additionally, all the people's property was confiscated. That's kind of sad, but yeah, that whole paragraph, like, the way they worded it kind of was confusing. I didn't understand what they were trying to say, except, like, that last part about what they did with the bodies. Then here's the other last thing I thought was interesting. Attitudes towards suicide slowly began to shift during the Renaissance. John Donne's work, Dentist Biothenators, contained one of the first modern defenses of suicide, bringing proof from contact with biblical figures such as Jesus, Samson, and Saul, and presenting arguments on grounds of reason and nature to sanction suicide in certain circumstances. So that's what I wanted to read off there. Then what else is there to say about it? And then there are 6 or 11 suicides in the Bible. Now, there was other things going on, like, to do with certain books and what you believe, but yeah, apparently there is. Like I said, I never read the Bible, so. But that's just a few, like, little religious aspects of it. A lot of people think you go to hell if you commit suicide. I personally don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. But here's just some, you know, just facts about suicide. Most suicidal individuals desperately want to live. They are just unable to see alternatives to their problems, which is true, you know. Most people give warnings of their intentions, but people are unaware or don't know how to respond to them. Now, you know, I already gave you guys the signs, right? You know, to look for. So just pay attention, you know. Let's see. It occurs across all age, economic, social, racial, and ethnic boundaries. Surviving, so it can occur within anyone, any color of the skin, gender, or whatever. Surviving family of people who committed, suffer the trauma of losing that person, and also they can be a high risk of suicide or emotional problems. Then this last thing I want to talk about, which I want to know you guys' opinion on, it's assisted suicide. Assisted suicide is pretty much, if you guys probably should know what it is, and by the title, it's when a doctor will, you know, help you commit suicide. So Suicide of a patient suffering from an incurable disease affected by taking lethal drugs provided by doctor. Now, do you guys think it should be legal? You know, it is in some countries, and states, which I'll mention in a second. But I want to know you guys' thoughts. Do you guys agree with that or disagree with that? And let me know your stance in the comments. I'm curious. So the states that this is legal in is California, Colorado, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Montana, Maine, New Jersey, New Mexico, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. I think it's a good thing to think about it. I mean, you have incurable disease like cancer, other incurable diseases there, HPV, right? No, what's the one called? Hepatitis, you know, those type of diseases where you're suffering. Why let the person suffer, you know? I understand there'll be religious people saying, well, you know, it's God's choice when to take you, and I get that, but do you really think God would want people suffering? No. If there's a way out, you know, where you don't have to suffer, wouldn't you prefer that? I mean, I don't know. That's just my stance. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it should be legal in all states and everywhere. And here are the countries it's legal in: Austria, and not Australia. It's Austria, Belgium, Canada, Luxembourg, hopefully it's that right, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Spain, Switzerland, parts of Australia, the constitutional courts of Colombia, Germany, and Italy. So yeah, just some stuff about suicide. It is a, you know, sensitive topic, and it's a sad thing that happens to people. So if any of you ever lost someone to suicide, please, I'm so sorry for your loss. I don't know where I was going with that, but again, here's the number, the suicide hotline. Please call if you have a loved one is having suicidal thoughts or tendencies. You know, get help. I know sometimes it could be scary to ask for help, but you'll be so much happier at the end. So, you know, but please, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. It's time to pick the next topic for next week. You guys know what we're doing. I moved my phone a little bit. I'm shaking up here. It's like it's a piece of a pen in there. You guys see that? Kind of see that purple bit in there? I don't know how that got in, but let's pick the next topic. I'm looking at the camera. I'm not looking at the booking. I'm spinning a few times in my hand. And the next week's talk time topic is social media, which I think that's a good topic as well. Social media. So stay tuned, guys, for next week's talk time, and watch the previous one. I think there's 6 others already I've done. This is 7, so make sure you check them all out, because I think they're all good topics. I give, you know, with talk times, I give facts about it, my opinions, and some advice about it. So make sure you check it out. I love doing these videos. Probably one of my favorite videos to film, because it's so interesting and it's so cool to see what you guys take away. And I hope you guys can learn something from these videos, so maybe we can help you in some way. So if you have topics you want me to talk about, let me know. I can add it to here if I don't already have it in there. So, you know, please feel free to submit any topic ideas you have that you would like to see me talk about in future ones of these. But I love you random so much. Follow me on my socials. Follow Colin on Insta. Subscribe to Josh. Subscribe to Juggy Go. Subscribe to Always_Juggy. Subscribe to Dan. Subscribe to Jacob. Subscribe to Caleb. Subscribe to Colin. Guys, please subscribe to me. Please like and please comment. Also, another thing, Storyfire's been down today. Hasn't been loading for me. Like the last 2 days, it's been saying follow people so you can see posts. It actually just said that the last time I tried to go on it. Let's try and go on my old phone, see what it does. And then today it just was spinning. Yeah. And now look. Now it's saying to do that. And then you swipe up to like let it load again. It doesn't do anything. It's been acting up. I don't know what's wrong with it, but and I'll keep you guys updated about my current status with the Storyfire application. But anyways, I love you animals so much. And someone did tweet at Jesse too about the Storyfire being down. Jesse hasn't said anything as far as I know on Twitter. Let me check. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the app. But just see, there's another thing about Storyfire. Like, it still has its issues. You know, like I get it. You know, other social media has, but I feel I've been on YouTube since 2013, and I think YouTube is going down maybe all twice since I've had it, once or twice since I've been on YouTube in 8 years. And yes, Facebook and Instagram's been down before, but I mean, you have to remember, it does happen. But I feel like Storyfire just happened this happens a lot. It's happened a lot. And I mean, the app's been around for what? This year will be 5 years. So, I mean, I get it, you know, 5 years, that's maybe not the longest time it seems like, but I'm feeling, I don't know. I mean, I guess it hasn't acted up in a while, but still, I don't know. But anyways, I love you animals so much. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.